And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you stack silver. So turn the 4 into a 5 because I've got 2 years. And whenever you get old enough to where the Weather Channel becomes your Sesame Street, then you're gonna love a label maker. Look at that. It just gets heavier and heavier. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Weekly Bullion. Well, on a previous episode, which I'll link to right here, I purchased all of this silver, and I want you to know that stacking silver isn't all fun and games. It's actually hard work. You can buy so much silver, and if you don't keep it organized, then you won't know what you have, and then in 20 years, when you want to come back and find it, or find that unique piece of special silver, such as this beautiful Engelhard with the big E on the back, 1884, well, you might have a hard time locating this piece. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you exactly how I store my silver, my prized possessions, the silver that I'm extra happy about. I'll actually show you how I stack this silver. So for generic silver, or even some of the government minted bullion type silver, I'll just go ahead and place in, say, something like this. However, if I have something that's kind of special, such as these Scottsdale Reserve rounds, then I like to go ahead and put them in capsules and then store them in these tubes. And I got these tubes from the On Fire guy, and he does the Air-tites and whatnot. And if you want to know where to purchase these, I'll actually put a link below in the description so you can get access to those particular materials to store your silver. So we have the Barbados Trident. I've started stacking about 5 of those, and as you saw in that previous episode, I was able to get 5 more of these. And so what you want to do is you want to go ahead and put them in these tubes so that in 20 years you can go and grab the tube out of storage and you know exactly what's in here. And then if you say wanted to sell them one at a time, they're already in capsules and you don't have to worry about it. So why don't we first go ahead and get this open, and we'll go ahead and put these already in the capsule. We'll put these in the tube. There you go. There you go. Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you stack silver. So this is the Barbados Trident. We now have 10 ounces in there. I'm going to go ahead and reseal this tube here. And we'll just set that off to the side. That one's done. And now here we've got the Scottsdale Reserve rounds. And as you can see, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe, Scottsdale Reserve rounds. And here I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, I've got 9 more. And I want to protect these by putting them into this tube. So first, what we're going to do is put them in these capsules. So why don't we get started doing that? So I like to get these open and then just set it down, and then we'll just kind of get one and we'll just stick it right in there. Just like that. And so it's protected and it's good to go. Turn it this way. There's the lion. Oh, there we go. There's the lion. It's in the tube. Scottsdale Reserve round, and that's ready to go. So we're going to set that here, and let's do the rest of them. So there you have it, folks. That gives us 9 more Scottsdale Reserve rounds to add to the stack. And all of these have now been placed in their capsules, and then we're going to go ahead and place them inside this tube. So I get the question on occasion, well, if you're paying $30 for a coin, why would you now spend another, say, $1 or so on a capsule. So the reason for that is several reasons, actually. I like to be able to handle these rounds and coins with my bare hands. A lot of these rounds, particularly this Scottsdale Reserve round, is a thing of beauty. And the day might come, maybe it's 10 years from now or 20 years from now, or maybe even next year, where I might want to sell these one at a time. Well, they're protected, they're already in a capsule, and they're great to go ahead and exchange. I'm not going to have to look later on to get like a little paper slip or a little plastic slip or a capsule at that time. I can just go ahead and sell that to whoever wants to purchase it from me. And in the meantime, I can just enjoy it without having to worry that, you know, anything I might have on my hands could somehow tarnish the silver. And the third reason is that this is just visually appealing to me. Look at that. They say Scottsdale Reserve rounds, and then you've got them right there, and you're looking at the bottom of them there, and that looks beautiful, and it's got some nice weight. And so I've still got a ways to go here. Let's see, we've got 16 Scottsdale Reserve rounds in here. I'll probably get another 4 just to round it out to 20. And I'll just, in the meanwhile, go ahead and cover this down. And so this just sits there. It'll sit in the safe or wherever you have it. And then in 20 years, you can just go and grab it, and you can just have it labeled right there, Scottsdale Reserve rounds. I might put like 20 ounces total on there once I get it completely full, and it'll be good to go. So we've got the Scottsdale Reserve round, and then we've got the Barbados Trident. Both still have a little bit of work to do. Well, let's just go ahead and get to the Engelhards. So on this side, we've got the 1985 Engelhards, and these are the Engelhard Prospectors. These are pretty hot item right now. Obviously, they don't make any more. Engelhard is no longer in existence. And so they've minted, I believe, 75,000 of these of both the 1985s and then the 1984s. And so I think what we're going to do is I want to go ahead and start a tube of the 85. So I have a tube here, and I have this tube here for the 84s. And we'll go ahead and start putting all of this stuff in capsules, and then we'll put the capsules in the tube. Now, in order to stay organized, what I've decided to do is use my trusty label maker, and I put in here Engelhard rounds 1984. We're gonna go ahead and get that right here. Bingo, Engelhard Prospector 1984, and that'll be over on this side. And what I'm going to do here is we're just going to turn the 4 into a 5 because I've got 2 years. Let's go ahead and print up that label. Okay, and we've got Prospector rounds 1985. So let's go ahead and get this put together. If you don't use a label maker, folks, I really encourage it. It just keeps things organized. I enjoy the label maker because it just makes labels, and that's kind of fun at my age, you know. Whenever you get old enough to where the Weather Channel becomes your Sesame Street, then you're going to love a label maker. That's the time to get a label maker because you're really going to enjoy it. Put it right on there. Okay, so we've got 1984 and we've got 1985. And now that we've got both of those right there, it's time to get to work. So let's just go ahead and start putting the 85s into capsules, which will then go into the tubes. Okay, folks, so there you have it. We have Engelhards from 1985 in the capsules. Now, Engelhard silver is considered vintage silver at this particular point in time, as I mentioned before. These are very nice pieces to have in your collection. I'm glad to have started my stack of the 85 Engelhards. And placing them in these capsules, it's just going to allow me the opportunity to enjoy them even more. I can pull these out, I can inspect them, I can interact with them without blemishing any coin. And I really appreciate that. You know, the price of silver is trading right now for around $25 per ounce of silver. And as I like to say, whenever price stays at a certain level for a long period of time, that price becomes more valid. So I'm not sure we're going to get a retracement. This is just one man's opinion, and all of us have opinions. But silver is looking like it's forming a nice floor right here. And so I'm just going to continue to buy in a very disciplined fashion. Not going to try to FOMO in. I'm not going to be, staying on the sidelines either, cowering in fear, thinking that it's going to go down, because my timeline is more than a 1-year timeline. It's more than a 5-year horizon. This for me is, first of all, it's fun, it's entertaining. And second of all, it's something that I think can help store and custody my wealth over the long term. And so hopefully I won't have to sell any of this for maybe 15 years, 20 years, maybe even longer. And who knows where silver will be at that time. I'm not going to let the daily fluctuation of silver, or even the monthly or yearly fluctuation of silver, have a tremendous impact in my purchasing pattern for silver. So we've got the Barbados Trident. We've got now the Prospector Rounds 1985. Let's go ahead and get this in the tube. So nice filling up that tube. It's just such a sense of accomplishment. And I really enjoy that. Look at that. It just gets heavier and heavier. So beautiful. We're off to a great start as far as our collection of 1985 Engelhards Prospector rounds. And I'll fill this up to 20 ounces as well. So we'll go ahead and sit this here. And then last but not least, we now have the Prospector rounds 1984. This is empty, not for long. And we'll start to fill it up with some of these beautiful 1984 Prospector rounds. Just look at that. Excellent condition on all of these. This back here has the Engelhards E, and this has the Eagle. Both of them are excellent. Glad to have both of these. And I think all the rest of these actually are the finish of the Eagle. So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, and here we come to the last one. 1984 Engelhards. And right there in the capsule. Very nice. So we've got, let's see here. So it looks as though we have 15 total of these 1984 Engelhards. Go ahead and put those in here. It's just such a great feeling to know that you're adding to your stack and that all of this is just going in a nice tube for safekeeping. And it kind of keeps me motivated anyway, is to continue stacking. This is actually true wealth right here, that when I need to call on it, 14, 15, 20 years from now, it'll be there. Or even next year for that matter. There we go. So we've got quite a few new stacks here. Barbados Trident. Prospector rounds, 1985. Scottsdale Reserve rounds. Boy, that's heavy. That feels good. And then the Prospector rounds, 84. So why don't we put the Prospector rounds together. Got those right there. And then the Reserve round, Barbados Trident. So there you go, folks. That's how you stack silver. That's how you preserve your silver. That's how you protect your wealth. That's how you protect your investment in silver, at least for me. I put my higher end silver rounds and coins in tubes and in the capsules that go in the tubes. So let me know what you think. Do you enjoy stacking silver this way? How do you protect your silver? What methods do you use? Let me know down in the comments below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a work video today. It was a little bit different. We just had to go ahead and protect the silver we had. Let me know in the comments what you think about all this. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and please share this with your friends. That's all I've got for today, guys. Until next time, stay blessed and keep stacking.